Welcome, Aries, to your love reading for December of 2018. Alright, so with let's see, the sun will be in Sagittarius, so that does activate your ninth house of mental exploration, long distance travel, spirituality, kind of doing a bunch of different things with your, the ninth house. So there might be a lot that you do express when it comes to your heart. This is a love reading, so your perspective about things, what you've been through, letting other people know, maybe a change in perspective, or sometimes you might be sticking to a certain belief. Whatever you might have been going through, you might stand your ground. It just depends on how you interact with whoever you may be involved with. So sometimes you might consider traveling, maybe a bit of studying, maybe you're doing your partner, sometimes schooling, different things like that. But a lot of introspection sometimes when it does deal with spirituality and a change, and maybe traveling, making trips with their partner. It just depends there, but it can be some good things coming through, but sometimes being very headstrong about your beliefs and perspectives. So let's look into what's going on with you and your love interest or partner. So let's see the overall energy for the month of December 2018 for Aries. So we do have the Fool in reverse, and that's definitely kind of taking a step back. Some of you might be fearful about taking a new risk, a journey. This is an energy of kind of traveling, right, towards the unknown. Maybe because you feel like it's so unknown, you're not really used to it. It's outside of your comfort zone, so you might hold back. What I do want to look into, what is the Fool in reverse about? Issues with trust. Your partner might not trust you. You might not trust your ability to manifest certain things in your life. Maybe sometimes you've tried, or something is just not really working out. So you might have issues with that. Provide Fool in reverse for Aries. And as you do that, you take a break. Mars is in Pisces as well, your 12th house. I believe Neptune is in Pisces as well, 12th house. So those are issues of kind of clinging on to fears and not really being able to let them go. Not being able to, sometimes you might feel a bit cautious, that you might get into something that's a bit reckless, moving too soon, making a wrong decision or choice. Sometimes you might be really intense about those things. So let's see other energies for Aries in the month of November 2018. December 2018. Judgment. Usually this is an indication of kind of going through past issues that might crop up, things that you've been thinking about that you've done, someone, what they've done to you, whether or not to stick to the past. Sometimes this is maybe karmic things that might be coming back to kind of bite you in the butt, or for the better, and we might see what that is. So sometimes some dealing with an Aries, some dealing with a Scorpio as well. Clarify not justice, judgment for Aries. We have the King of Wands. It's almost an energy of kind of reflecting on things that you may have you could have done better, things that you need to do now for sure in order to manifest a better experience in love in the future. Now this could be a fire sign that you might think about, that you might be dealing with, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It just depends. That person might be on your mind, or that's the energy that you're trying to give off because of maybe things that you didn't do in the past, not in the right way. This is almost the energy of kind of practicing what you preach, trying to do things by the book and be your own leader. Let's see what might be coming towards you for the month of December. Who? Okay, December. Yeah, whoever it is, they may be down about you, someone that they've dealt with. For some of you, if you've been waiting on somebody to come around and they've still been dealing with the past issue, and they have not made the progress that both of you would like to make, this is still them holding their head down and not really being able to maybe come forward. Some of you, because you're resting and reflecting on certain things, you're not coming forward, so that's still leaving them paralyzed and kind of held down and feeling like they're trapped and stuck and not being able to move forward. So whoever it is, they're going through some kind of sorrow. What else might they be bringing for Aries? You have the Page of Cups, and some of you, two things. You might be dealing with someone who's in a relationship already. That's why you're maybe frustrated or angry. And others of you, this is someone offering you love or a relationship, something that's new, and you're declining it. They might be offering it to you, but then they kind of take a step back because you're not embracing the offer for whatever reason, because we did have the Fool in reverse. So it's not accepting something because you might be having some fears about it. All right. And what might your response be for Aries? Not being honest, not telling the truth, letting your partner know how you might feel. Clear about the Seven of Swords for Aries. Yeah, this is where you are hiding that you are feeling stuck, feeling hopeless, feeling down. Let's see. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Aries. And the discontent, not really happy with where you are, who you might be with. Now it could be a marriage, it could be just a relationship. All in all, you might not be happy with yourself, let alone the connection, but there's just a energy of not wanting something. Somebody is pushing something away. Let's see what might be the advice for you for the month of December. We do have the Page of Wands, which is getting a bit more giddy, interacting, having a good time, going out, being creative, creating something for yourself, creating an avenue for you and your partner to come together, meet, do different things. Just depends on how you might be interacting with somebody. But you do have 2 children here. Some of you might have children that blocks the connection. It could be friends. It could that interferes in the connection or has you kind of held back from what people might think. Fears. With judgment being there. That's where some of you may have come to a decision, but you have to make some changes. You have to go through whatever shift that it takes for this to become better for you. But I feel like the Page of Wands is the energy of being a bit more playful and passionate, so you can feel better about yourself and maybe your partner. All right. And let's see the outcome for Aries for December 2018. Whoa. And we have the Empress in reverse. Wanting something to grow, wanting to nurture somebody, wanting things to feel better, but it's not really happening. Not feeling like yourself. You could be the wife, you could be the boyfriend, you could be the Empress in reverse to someone who's feeling lack. They don't really feel all that great. Their strength is not there, not feeling all that attractive, not feeling like they can pull in or having a pulling power to have people come towards them because they're just not that magnet. The magnetism is not there, so you might feel that it's an issue with getting things in a better state with you and your partner. Others of you, the Empress can be Taurus for some, but it's also an energy of where the Page of Cups showed up and then you have the Empress. That's an issue with sexuality, your preference, how you might be feeling, being sexual, or these sexual fears, whatever it might be. Those are issues that you might have on your mind. And it could be as well, someone is giving constantly, overdoing it, burning themselves out, and they know that they shouldn't be doing that because it's not healthy. It needs to, doesn't always have to be 50-50, but I mean, you have to be able to reciprocate, which is healthy in a relationship or marriage in some form or fashion. But when it's not happening, there are issues. So somebody is often taking care of somebody else or giving to someone else, and it's not really coming back, or doing it out of responsibility or energies of guilt. All right. So some of you might be even thinking about a mother or a father or somebody that you're not happy with, you don't really deal with, that could interfere with the marriage or potential relationship that you might be in. So gotta find some balance there with you and someone else. So this month, what I did decide to do, not to do the Romance Angels cards on it. We do it about every week, but I feel for many of you, this is let me see, what is the potential what might be your fears for the month of December, Aries? Fears. The fears, falling out with the past, letting it go, and then finding a new. That's why the Fool is in reverse, because you have a fear of starting over, starting fresh, starting from zero, and clinging on to it. But some of you, it seems like you're trying to drop it, trying to let things go. Bad memories, resentment that you could be holding on to, the fear of doing that, you cling on to it, and that's an issue with staying somewhere where there's not a mutual understanding, collaborating, working together. Even if you have to be with somebody to work with them, you don't really like it. It's not something that's good. There's no growth there. So there's an issue, and I feel like a lot of you might be fearing moving on from a past person, past issue, home environment, just wanting things to be how they were long ago, and having a tough time embracing what could be new and what could really have you happier in some way. So that's going to be your reading for the month of December 2018. I hope that you have a great month. Thanks for all your comments, likes, shares, everything, supporting the channel, and I do send you good vibes, lots of love, lots of light to you. And as usual, you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something personally for you. All right, so have a good one.